Hello, I'm Elisabeth Gauthier. I'm a sociologist with Agriculture and Agri-Food Canada in Saint-Hyacinthe, Quebec. And recently I've done some quantitative work on how citizens view biopesticides. Biopesticides are not many citizens are familiar with biopesticides. And generally, when citizens are not familiar, don't have a direct experience with something, they'll find their information either from their personal networks or from the media. So far, since 2005, the media coverage of biopesticide has been very limited. There were only 42 articles referring to biopesticides or bio-pesticides, with respect to 8,000 about biotechnology for the same period. So we can see there is not that much information available so far on this category of products. And from a previous survey that was done by Côte Noire in 2005, we know that they're generally well received. They're seen as promising alternatives to synthetic pesticides. However, there was one negative. 41% of respondents in that study said they would be afraid of eating food that was preserved by using beneficial microbes. So we wanted to investigate that issue further. And we carried a series of 4 focus groups in Quebec. 2 of these focus groups included agricultural producers, and 2 included gardeners. And it was quite interesting to see the range of arguments in favor or against various attributes of biopesticides. And as a matter of fact, the first thing we did was testing with them the concept of biopesticide. How do they react to the word? And then how they reacted to a definition of biopesticides, which was quite a standard one. And then we gave that information on 3 specific products. The first one was BT, the second one was codling moth virus, and the third one was neemazal, which is a neem extract. And we then asked questions to have them clarify their impression. And one of the few things we found, it was very interesting actually, the first conclusion we came to was that biopesticides are seen by citizens as pesticide, not as a natural product, as a pesticide that has the same purpose. And it's fundamentally applied the same way. It has lots of resemblance with a pesticide for the citizens. And secondly, they're more seen as technological products than as natural products extracted from nature. And our third representation there was that of a tool for farmers and gardeners. And that one was very positive and very actually helpful, because it allowed a participant to discuss the need for farmers to control pests in their crops and the need to have something sustainable to do so. So we think that actually gardeners and agricultural producers would be probably very good spokespeople to talk about biopesticides and maybe to overcome a few of the challenges that we found were associated with these products, even if they're very green and very sustainable and very welcomed alternatives to pesticides. For example, the microbial nature of some of them, in particular viruses, was not too well received because microbes are still associated a lot with disease and risk, and also an uncontrollable living organism. You know, it's something that's loose in the nature and will reproduce by itself, and you can't control its quantity, you can't control its mutations. So it's something that was a bit frightening to some of the groups. And also, one thing we found out is that the certification of these products by Health Canada is absolutely compulsory to public acceptance. Otherwise, it's like a stamp of approval, unavoidable to make sure that people accept these products. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, they're perceived as not well known or uncontrolled or dangerous. In this case, and the trust with respect to government can be variable depending on the issue, but with respect to biopesticides, it's clear that Health Canada contributes to the acceptability of these products.
Well, how important is the
thing that came out of the study was that people want to be informed about these products in realistic terms. They don't want them all wrapped up in positive attributes that mean nothing, such as natural. You know. everybody likes something natural, but they'll suspect you're trying to conceal something if you only use terms like bio or organic or natural without telling them more about what the product actually contains or does. They'll worry more than trust blindly. We're looking for funding to carry out more focus groups in other areas of the country, mainly with citizens, and to test the impact of spokesperson who would either be scientists or agricultural producers with messages linked either to biopesticides as tool or biopesticides as technological innovations, to see what's the respective impact of the message and or the view of the pesticide that you're exposing and the spokesperson.